Protect your online privacy today at expressvpn.com/inside.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back once more to Inside Gaming Daily for Monday. Yo, Brian is back. Brian is clapping. We're clapping for the return of Brian.
I didn't quit. I still need money.
What about me? I was gone.
F him.
Oh, just for a week.
Are you kidding me?
Look, Patrick, you don't
This is
understand. Brian is the extremely tenuous thread holding this entire thing together. We need him.
I'm the channel sweetheart, Patrick.
Yeah.
Look, I get it.
We're also clapping it up today for Microsoft Flight Simulator, which comes out tomorrow for PC. It looks amazing. Very excited about it. It reminds us of an early time years ago when it was safe to go on this thing called an airplane. I don't know if you guys remember what that is. It's been so very long.
Grandma, tell me what it was like to pack into a room with strangers.
And be able to smoke cigarettes in the sky.
Yeah, packing into a plane with a bunch of other people, probably not the best idea these days, but the venerable Flight Simulator series gives us a chance to get behind the cockpit and soar into the sky once again, like it was the 80s all over again.
Reviews from Microsoft Flight Simulator released this morning. So how did it do? In short, the critics loved it. They really, really loved it.
All
it's
right.
kind of weird. I've not seen a sim game.
Yeah, they loved it. Like it was
crazy.
Sally Field. Yeah, they loved it.
Dude, I mean, it's like we're saying, everyone's just like sad. Like they need things to remind them of normal life, and normal life for me. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a big fan of flying planes, so.
Right, yeah, same.
Yeah. It's currently sitting at a 94 on Metacritic, which would make it one of the best reviewed games of this generation. That's insane. It's a much needed big time exclusive for the Xbox One as well.
Wait. No, this is where we have to emphasize it's only out for PC right now. Console,
Gotcha.
The Xbox One version releases, well, they haven't really said.
Really?
Later.
Yeah, they haven't. Yeah, later.
This
All
game is
right.
like 18 terabytes, right? The download?
It's
massive.
extremely big.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's huge.
We'll get
Because
to
it has
that.
it has the world in it.
Well, yeah, obviously.
So, hey, if you've got a nice PC, you'll be able to enjoy the best reviewed PC game of the year. It just barely edged out Half-Life Alyx, which of course released on VR in March.
But yeah, if you're not familiar with the series, it has a long history at Microsoft. The first game in the franchise came out almost 38 years ago in the early 80s. None of y'all except me were alive back then. It's older than Windows. It's one of the, if not the longest running PC franchise of all time. Like, it's ridiculous how long this franchise has been around.
Brian, I was technically alive. I was just still in my chrysalis.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
He was waiting to emerge.
A chrysalis with just a mustache on the outside.
And then the mustache opened up, peeled to the side,
A
and
team of
Patrick emerged
scientists
fully
would
grown.
come by and put their hands on it and say, soon.
Soon a bored baby will come out of this.
Yeah, the Flight Simulator franchise is known for its realism and has won praise from real-life pilots for how true to life it is. This latest version comes after the franchise has been on hiatus for about 14 years. That's a
really?
long time. Yeah.
The last one was 2006. This one feels like I don't know if it's a reboot or whatever, but they're just like, we're calling it Flight Simulator.
Dude, 2006 is 14 years ago? What the fuck?
I know.
Stop. I wish time would stop.
I was just 40 years old back then. That's crazy.
The selling point this time around, if flying in general wasn't enough to grab you, is that Microsoft and developer Asobo Studio basically recreated the entire Earth just for you, dear gamer, by integrating the game with Microsoft's Bing map services. Is that data mining you, or should we not be concerned about that?
They needed to find a use for Bing map services.
That's true.
They probably
I didn't
spent a
know
lot
that
of money,
existed.
then nobody used it.
Yeah.
So this is sort of, a way to recoup the funds. That's probably what got this game made.
Oh, maybe. This is a way to use Bing as a tax write-off, I feel
Yes,
like.
exactly.
Can't ever get anything right. There's like porn randomly just in the map.
Oh, yeah. As the tech site Protocol noted, what makes the new Flight so revolutionary is that it's simply the most detailed and realistic model of Earth yet created. Call it a digital twin. In Flight, you can go anywhere on the planet almost instantaneously, and it looks like that place on the planet. That's really cool. Like, it is
Wild.
It looks nuts.
And like
so
you
real.
said, Autumn, since we can't go anywhere, it's nice to at least have a reasonable facsimile of the world that we can't enjoy in person.
Enjoying looking at a stream from above. Like, it's very nice. I'm not gonna throw that out.
Oh, so that's what the rainforest used to look like. Okay, all right, cool.
They added the buildings, the hills, the vegetation, the water, the sky, the clouds. words. It's all there. Everywhere.
Little St. James Island.
No.
I'm back, baby.
Like we said earlier, in the age of lockdowns, it's nice to be able to travel anywhere on the planet, even just virtually. And the game reportedly has 37,000 airports, ranging from global hubs like JFK and Heathrow to one in South America. That's pretty much a strip of dirt in the middle of rainforest. That's really cool. That's
Used by the CIA
to overthrow the president of Bolivia, Evo Morales. Look it up. But yeah, there's also 1.5 billion buildings and 2 trillion trees in the game. CNN reported that it has a total of 2 petabytes of satellite and aerial imagery. So basically, like, most of it needs to run in the cloud. They gotta do their internet, their Azure magic with this.
Can you download this if you like so choose?
Like the whole thing? I don't know.
Like if you wanted to, could you?
I can't imagine how, like, you must need a military grade computer to
I've got it.
I mean, yeah, obviously that's why I was saying
I've got
to
the
you.
PC. That's not an issue. Okay, so the numbers are very impressive on paper, but what did the reviewers have to say about 2020's Flight Simulator? Does it make you feel like a pilot? Nice. IGN gave it a 10 out of 10. They called it legitimately incredible. They wrote that the real-world mapping data takes Microsoft Flight Simulator from being just an impressive game to the most awe-inspiring simulation I've ever experienced, in spite of its less than stellar load times. Seeing famous landmarks, landing at the world's most recognizable airports, or just touching down in a remote landing strip in South America is mind-bogglingly cool and an absolutely unparalleled way to virtually explore our world.
Being able to down 3 martinis and get behind the cockpit of a plane is just mind-bogglingly awesome.
Are there busty stewardesses in this?
I mean, it's extremely realistic, so yes.
Can I play 1960s Flight Simulator?
IGN's reviewer was also impressed by the level of detail in the cockpits of the base game's 20 planes, which they created using laser scans of the real things. Of course, the game is known for its complexity too, because flying an airplane isn't exactly a walk in the park. Surprise, surprise, I know. It's worth noting that there are all kinds of assists you can enable if you want to play the game in a more arcade-ish style, if you don't want to go full drunk pilot with it. But you can if you want to.
But if you have some morals and values and you want to take all the assists off for a more realistic simulator experience because you're not a filthy casual, that's obviously very doable. It's called Flight Simulator, not Flight Arcadulator. Jeez.
Oh, nice.
Do it the right way, guys. As Eurogamer put it, if you want the full 15-minute taxi from stand to runway, it's all there for you. If you want to learn the lingo of the skies and converse with air traffic control, requesting pushback, takeoff clearance, and so much more, besides in an act of near endless dialogue, go for it. If you want to manually run through the long, intricate checklist, then be my guest.
Doesn't sound like anything I wanted to, but, go off.
If you want to argue with your union representative in a big fight with the airlines, be my guest.
For real, in case it wasn't obvious yet, this really is a game that is strictly about flying an airplane. Your main enemy is weather. I would argue gravity is also a big enemy.
That's
of
true. Yeah.
Of human flight.
I think they were just making the point of, like, there's not like a traditional game here.
Right. There's no boss.
No.
It's not like it's suddenly Space Invader. Like, wait.
You don't get to go fight God at the end.
Oh, that would be so cool.
But you should, because we are defying him by taking to the skies.
That is true. We were never meant to do this.
Nope.
Eurogamer continued, this is a sandbox in the more traditional sense of the term, where you're given all the tools from the off and invited to explore an open world, and it is, of course, the entire world and all of its beauty and all of its strange glory.
Still, though, the game is not without its issues, as most things are, especially a game is complicated, which we will get into once we chat about something that has no issues. Dollar Shave Club, everybody. Thank you for sponsoring today's episode.
Today's episode of Inside Gaming Daily is brought to you by Dollar Shave Club. If you haven't heard that Dollar Shave Club has great razors, let me be the first to welcome you to the club. Stop buying expensive razors out of habit and start thinking about joining Dollar Shave Club today. Right now, try out Dollar Shave Club's Ultimate Shave Starter Set for a one-time trial offer for only $5 plus free shipping. After that, you can continue to get an unimaginably smooth shave as razor refills ship at regular prices right to your door as often as you want. Dollar Shave Club's Ultimate Shave Starter Set comes with a 6-blade razor with a trimmer edge, 2 refill cartridges, and 1-ounce tubes of prep scrub, shave butter, and post-shave dew. I like the prep scrub. It's very nice. It's got it's kind of rough. So you scrub it in, feels really good. It's think it's for to prevent ingrown hairs, but I just like to rub it on my face. It feels very good. It's like scratching. So ditch your overpriced razor and join the club today with Dollar Shave Club's Ultimate Shave Starter Set for only $5. It has everything you need for an amazing shave. 6-blade razor, shave butter, prep scrub, post-shave dew, all shipped right to wherever you call home nowadays. After that first box, razor refills ship at regular prices on the schedule you want, so try the Ultimate Shave Starter Set today for just $5 plus free shipping at dollarshaveclub.com/inside. That is dollarshaveclub.com/inside. Welcome to the club.
All right, so back to Flight Simulator's weak points. PC Gamer noted that there's a lot the game doesn't teach you, even if you do take the tutorials. They wrote about how there's nobody telling you about VOR flight plans or ILS approaches, or to point out that you don't need to sit on the yoke making tiny adjustments for 14 hours on a Dreamliner flight across the continents.
What do you think you're flying here? Some crap? No, it's a Dreamliner.
I'm laughing, but I'm confused. The reviewer added, obviously the community will barrel in and become the teachers, populating YouTube with every kind of tutorial imaginable. We all know this will happen, but it would have been nice for Asobo's own flight school to cover more than takeoffs and landings. Yeah, although there is something like kind of cool about figuring it out yourself,
Yeah.
Can you
crashing
crash?
over and over. Oh yeah, it doesn't show the crash. It just is kind of like you crashed, but you still fall into the ground, and it's scary.
Dean Takahashi wrote, I couldn't even open up the door to the plane.
Thank you, Brian. We're very glad you're back.
There are apparently some performance issues too. Motherboard wrote that the game is. Oh, there's a joke in there, right, about performance issues.
Yeah, I was gonna say, of course,
All right.
Patrick is gonna read it because he has performance issues. But
No, that's
the joke
not.
wrote itself.
I'm doing it in solidarity with Brian, who has the performance issues
I was told this happens to lots of flight simulators.
at this age. It's a 37-year-old game, all right?
Yeah, cut us some slack.
Motherboard wrote that the game is the most literal fulfillment of Todd Howard's infamous invitation to look at a distant mountain and realize you can actually go there. This freedom, however, is bought with long load times, inconsistent frame rates, and the occasional crash. Well, it's got
right.
the world in it, so
I know,
what do you
get
want?
over it,
Yeah,
Jesus.
Motherboard, jeez.
God, this is a miracle of science and technology. Like,
Yeah.
chill out. They also wrote that in a lot of places, Flight Simulator looks like exactly what you'd expect from a game built on satellite imagery. Smears of flat, poorly differentiated terrain carved up by thin lines of road or slamming into narrow strips of beach. Cool, pros.
yeah.
They're doing great.
You know what I might do is take my plane, go off course a little, fly over Ibiza, see if I can see any babes out there sunbathing.
You're gonna
Am
get
I
shot,
right?
dude.
Am I right?
Fly over those nude beaches in France, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Boom.
It's a Ibiza.
Yeah, even well-known landmarks sometimes get a little botched, so it's not exactly a perfect one-to-one representation of the whole planet, which is good. I don't know if we would want that. Like, oh, that's my car and my license plate right there.
Motherboard wrote that Flight Simulator presents itself as a work in progress. A lot depends on the nature of that remaining work. It's a game whose potential is evident, but so are the hurdles to realizing all that potential. Yeah, I mean, hey, it's huge. I'm sure they're gonna keep putting stuff into it and whipping it up. It's an insanely cool looking game, so I can't wait to see what else they do with it. And speaking of the game's future, the developer said it's a 10-year project that they'll continue to develop and add to. So yeah, they got plans. Maybe they'll
Yes.
integrate Google Maps into it next.
But yeah, this isn't the kind of game you make every year, or really every 10 years. This one might outlive us all. But even if you're not an aviation buff, this game might make one out of you. Eurogamer wrote, Microsoft Flight Simulator is the kind of thing that can make an enthusiast of you or rekindle a passion that's been lying dormant. I've started to work over my own checklist and map out my own flight plans. Well, there you go.
Cool.
Let the party begin.
Even if making your own flight plans doesn't, sound like your cup of tea, VG247 said the game is a perfect low-stakes, relaxing game experience. They wrote, it's a technical achievement and an excellent training aid, but it's also a brilliant piece of escapism, transcending its purpose as a tool to become something far more widely enjoyable.
Sweet, man.
Why does every game review talk about the games like they're Moby Dick now?
Because that's all they do. This is like, dude,
That's all we have now.
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
I tried to read a book last night and my brain was like, no, what is this?
Hey, welcome back to Inside Gaming. Simulation games have always seemed like a niche hobbyist genre to me, but they're actually much more important to modern gaming than we give them credit for.
Oh?
Yes.
Interesting, yeah. Microsoft Flight Simulator footage was leaked, uploaded, and taken down all in less time than it takes to complete a truck delivery from Dover to Brussels.
I don't know if that's true. I've been playing